Oh, hello, everybody. I thought I'd put a picture up today so you aren't scorned with looking at my horribleness as I lay in the hospital. I'm so upset, though. I'm so upset. I get stuck in the hospital, and the biggest day of the trial, one of the biggest days, is tomorrow. Ugh, so annoying. But I am looking forward to today. If I didn't say I was, I'd be lying. With Johnny taking the stand. Now, see, I went live a little bit ago, but a doctor came in. So a lot of people won't find me or won't see my notification. And they're barely putting out my notifications anyway. So it's no big deal. Um, yeah, so I decided to go live before the trial starts in, I don't know, trial start in about an hour. Yeah, about an hour. 10 o'clock it goes on. But hi, Jonathan. How are you? Still stuck here, Jonathan. Still stuck. I can't get out. They have me trapped. I could take care of myself better than they could take care of me. So they're curious because I have this crazy large lump in my stomach and they don't know what it is. And that crazy large lump apparently isn't being seen on a CAT scan for whatever reason. I basically had a nurse practitioner, someone who is not a doctor but can do stuff. She was telling me it's your stomach stimulator. No, my stomach stimulator is not something you feel. It's ridiculously small and you can't feel it. And she goes, I think I'm just going to chalk it up to you. And she's like ignoring me. She's just like, I think I'm just going to chalk it up to your sibling. I looked at her. I said, all right, with all due respect, I don't think you're listening to me. I don't think you're hearing me. I think you're just looking at a CAT scan, but you're standing here in front of me. You can physically feel this lump. So she starts feeling around my stomach and she looks at me and she goes, what is that? I'm like, girl, that's the reason why I'm here. And as she's pushing on my stomach, I'm like in pain and I'm like shooting all the way up. Thanks, Jonathan. I could use all the help I get. YouTube doesn't like me anymore. They think they don't like me. I'm surprised. I don't know what I ever did to YouTube. I didn't do anything but put videos up on it, for crying out loud. Um, yeah, but to me, I having like an intimate crowd is fine to me because honest to God, I can barely pay attention to what the hell's going on right now. Shit, I'm looking for my call bell. It's on the floor. Hold on, guys. I gotta try to grab my call bell if I can. Where's that? It? No, I found it. It's in my bed. All right, found it. Sorry about that. You're right there. I am right here. That's just because I'm thinking, oh yeah, but they can't see me. Duh. Uh, someone should be coming in again today. Um, someone probably from the gastro group, and they don't see it. I'm just hoping somebody else will be like, well, it's really weird. It's not coming up with a CAT scan. We got to figure out what this is. That's what I was told that was going to happen. When I spoke with this nurse practitioner, that's not how it sounded like it was going to happen. And oh, my daughter. Um, I'm just so proud of both my kids. Sometimes they just need to hear it. So this morning I just sent I'm so proud of you. I don't say it enough. I should say it more. She's like, you say it all the time. But, if it's not every day, it's not enough. That's how I feel. So, yeah, I'm drinking drinking grape juice. So, Jonathan, it's like you and me here, huh? I'm telling you, I don't know why my notifications, you seem to get them, but a lot of people don't get my notifications. So, look at the outfit on the picture that I had up. She tries to mimic his his outfits. That's weird. It's really, really weird. And her lawyers are terrible. Like, I can't imagine what the jury's thinking. But yeah, her lawyer team, absolutely horrible. Really looking forward to today. Now, it's just you and me, Jonathan, but I'll tell you what, the best place to watch it, let me see if I can drop this in the chat. Can I drop it in the chat? Post the comment. Yes, I can. I think I have it right here. Hold on. She's kind of like me. Darn it. Hold on. She's kind of like me when it comes to watching. I think she has more information than I do. Okay. Still there? Good. All right. Let's put it in post. I'm very new to doing StreamYards on the phone. All right. That's her name. She is Nerdette Newstand. Her coverage of the trial is really good. I started watching her yesterday. The past 2 days of the trial have been 100% absolutely mind numbing, right? But there was some good that came out of it. All that, oh my God. For the whole morning, I don't recall. I don't recall. I don't recall. And that was happening Thursday afternoon. I don't recall with this woman. She doesn't recall anything ever. So, honest to God, I had to go in and out of that because my ADHD, ooh, that was making me go nuts. And then they had the other doctor come up, and everybody has basically said the same thing on the date that they saw her, the date that they are given, which was it was a day in May, and it was a day before she was going on to James Corden, where she says she and Johnny Depp went through a DV and things happened to her. And she showed pictures of a completely crazy, messed up house, wine on the floor, baskets thrown. This it, Looking at what the damage was like, okay, this isn't that bad. So watching that umbrella guy, like he will break down he'll break down the penthouse. Okay, he's got layouts of the penthouses that they own, and he's showing, and it makes no sense. So when the second group of cops came, because they didn't expect that there would be a second group of cops, when the second group of police officers came that day, hey Joy Lang, good morning. I thought I'd do a pre-trial before the trial. So that starts at 10. Johnny takes the stand today. Um, I I know him, he'll be very eloquent, he'll be very nice. He's not that type of guy to get angry and get all flustered and be like, "Roar." At least I've never seen a side like that of his before. Doesn't mean it's not there. We're all human. We all have the tendency to want to seriously punch somebody in the face. Like, I keep watching the trial and I look at Amber, I want to punch her in the face. But Violence is not the way, but the thought, the head, yeah. But yeah, you should never respond with fists. But knowing what she's done, how she's used of movement that people were trying to use as a, hey, you know what? This happened to me and I didn't speak about it. And this happened to me and I didn't speak about it. And you know what? I got it. And there was a while, people, if you wanted to come out, there was places that you could come out and tell your story. Now she tried to fall into the Me Too. Well, her Me Too lawyer fired her. Her Me Too lawyer fired her because she knew things weren't adding up. Then she had another lawyer team I know that she had at the Sun, and she keeps coming out. I won that. I won that at the Sun. Girl, no, you did not. The Sun won, not you. See, this is her trial. She tried to get this dismissed. I think it was over 5 or 6 times. And the judge was like, you better seriously quit these shenanigans or it's going to get worse. Oh, I don't even think she's a person, Joy. She's a freaking horrific hooking snake. That's what she is. I can't stand her. Like, I don't like not liking a person and being like angry about it. But to see and to, as much as I've seen watching this go down, watching all of Johnny Depp go down, and I since that audio tape was leaked, I have been listening and watching and finding out everything nonstop. And not only that, people of Warner Brothers have to take the stand. That should be interesting because they fired Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts. Well, why wasn't, Amber removed from being Mira? Why? Why was that narrative going? It's the same thing that I asked the editor at the Washington Post. He didn't know. Boy, he could tell me. The only thing that he could tell me was none of us did this. Um, and we all don't stand for this. None of us believe this. So basically, he was stating he didn't believe in the paper anymore. Like he obviously, I think, had it up to here with the Me Too and everything that our news pushes. Do you see? If you watch our news, do you think they're up there supporting Johnny Depp? Is anybody out there supporting Johnny Depp on television? That's what I'm asking. Because, all the cowards on TV, they have to protect themselves and say all the right things so they can keep their jobs, which people are now finally starting to stand up to that crap. And it needs to be because I have 2 children, right? And one's a teen, one's preteen. The way this world is going and the way this is all happening, you're not allowed to be human anymore, guys. Like, you make one mistake, the world sees it somehow one way or another, and you are considered like an outcast. Be gone, shun you for like one moment in time. This is why I don't get that upset. Well, I was mad at Will Smith. Not mad at him anymore. I think he's going through his own turmoil. But unfortunately, when you respond with violence, that's what you get. But see, once again, here with the Me Too movement, here's Jada gives him a look. And like girls want to have it both ways. They want to say we're strong. We don't need a man. And then Elizabeth, I need to protect my wife. We can't have it both ways. It can't be both ways, ladies. It can't. You know, men have been taking some serious punches lately. Um, and some men should, and some men are accused falsely, like Johnny Depp. He was manipulated. She manipulated the whole story. I think she manipulated the whole marriage. Because if you hear about the way her wedding went, Joy Lang, oh my God, if you ever heard of the way that that story went down when they pushed for this wedding, I believe the wedding was on his private island, and apparently during this time, she was like partying up with her friends, things like that. Um, but it's like you're hearing the stories, and you know what? Isaac Baruch, who was his friend, who was the first person to take the stand, or was he the second? He was one or the other. Um, but Isaac was just the absolute amazing witness, absolute amazing, because he was. You could tell he wasn't like a doctor who's going to talk like this. I'm just going to give you the facts, and that's what it's been. Or I don't recall. I don't recall. I don't recall. And then from the lawyers, it's dot 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 dot. I'm like, oh my god, mind numbing shit, man, mind numbing. Yeah, see here. Hi, I look terrible. I'm laying in bed. I'm like actually laying on my elbow, but yeah, see, I'm still here. I want to go home, but they don't know what this thing is. I hope I go home. Um, and I could take better care of myself at home than they could ever take care of me here. That's for damn freaking sure. I don't, I ugh, just just don't like hospitals. I mean, who does? Who goes? I'm going to the hospital. I'm so excited. Said no one ever. But thankfully, they utilized my port, so they didn't have to go digging for veins. Hey, hey, Mr. J, what's up? Welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, we're still talking Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. But see, now I personally think there needs to be more repercussions on what happened in the court in regard to Amber, in regard to Eve Barlow, in regard to all of Amber cronies and her shady ass lawyer team. Shady, shady, shady lawyers. They are lawyers who give lawyers a bad name. Do I have chocolate pudding? No, I don't have chocolate pudding. I wish I had some chocolate pudding. I have Jello. Yeah, like I want that. No. Um. Any rate, where was I in regards with Johnny? I lost my place. See, that happens so much. Especially, well, one, I'm on medicine. Two, um, I always like if I'm talking and I lose the track and I look at something else, I can easily lose track of my brain, and that happens all the time. Yeah. So, Jonathan, back to Warner Brothers. They're going bad. Yes, they've been going bad after Johnny. They have been. Um, they went after him for the Fantastic Beast, and they fired him. And then they put this madam. I don't know his name really. Um, we were over my sister's house on Sunday, and they had the second one on, the one with Johnny. I'm like, oh, watch this one. This one's with Johnny. So we didn't get to any Johnny conversations per se, but obviously he made a amazing villain, such a good villain in that movie. He could play any part you give him for the most. I mean, he picked some amazing ones, and he's picked some like really Johnny. You're gonna pick that one. He likes to be one. He likes to take on things that are completely different and put him in different. And see, back in the old days when we were young, um, he he didn't have to take. Well, he took whatever he wanted. And with a guy who was beautiful, he didn't want to be like a rom com guy. He didn't want to be. He did not want to be labeled. So he's done every other uh, movie under the sun. He's done. Like I said, some of them are good, some of them are not. But he always takes on a different character to a point where sometimes he could get lost. I don't know. Did you guys see God, it was the movie and he played Whitey Bulger. Mad Ma- uh, uh, Mad Mass, I think it is. I think it might Dark Matt. Good morning, Lisa V. Welcome, welcome. I can't remember. It was help here. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Um, I don't know. I just lost my place completely. But he's always picked on really good characters. And not one person, not one person has come forward to say he's a bad person or he's done something or how he may have acted on a set. Not one person. And it's not because trust me, they're not putting him in any movies. The actors do not feel the same way about him. The youngers might, but some of them just believe whatever they're told. Us, we're watching this trial. We know this story. We know she's guilty. The New York Post knows she's guilty, but they're okay with posting. And I'm not even going to call it fake news because it's not fake news. Calling it, picking whatever is the worst thing Johnny Depp said that day. That was on Johnny Depp. It had to be about Johnny Depp's horribleness. Nothing bad about Amber. Absolutely nothing. Black Mass. Thank you. He was terrifying in that movie. He was absolutely terrifying, Lisa. Oh my God. But in the same in the same breath, I'm like, oh my God, he's so hot. But not looking as Whitey Bulger, but the girl who played the FBI agent's wife. They did an interview. She's like, the first time she saw was when she knocked. She's like, she couldn't breathe. A, because it was Johnny Depp, and B, because he looked completely like the guy that they were trying to do the story about, Whitey Bulger. She's like, his little villain side actually turned her on a little bit more. Yeah, like why? Us girls are so stupid sometimes. Like some girls like guys that can be dominant and yell and scream. I'm like, nah, not me, not yelling and screaming. But yeah, she was like, oh my God, he was so attractive. And he is, he's so attractive. If I was in the same room with him right now, I'd be like, oh my God, you're right there. You're right there. And I'm looking at you. Yes, I'd be a fangirl. I'd be a fangirl. And if I could go down to that court, and I do believe MGL is down there. I think I just saw a video, and she's down in Fairfax right now. Considering Johnny's taken the stand today, I think the first couple of days were quite empty. There were. Anybody who watched the trial knew that there was a lot of people who weren't there for the first week. Yesterday was a packed house. Today, I'm sure it's going to be crazy to get into that courthouse today completely. So, you know, she needs to not win this. He needs to win. I hope this jury is aware of what they're seeing. And we heard that the jury is uh, mostly men uh, of many different races, colors, religions, and whatever. So it's a very diverse group. And I think he said there was a couple of women. It was just a very, very, very diverse group. But for me, like the reason why this story is important to me, the reason why I keep covering it, even though people go everywhere else, to find it, which is fine. Like when I'm a small channel. I'm going to do things the way I like to do them. I want to do them in the way that I would think if I was watching, you would want. So, not talking during the court proceedings, not over talking so you might miss a word. I don't like the commentary during the chatting. I just like you. like everybody else. Now, I might come up and see something like absolutely ridiculous and go, oh, that's insane. That's nuts. Uh huh. I'll have to watch it. I always remember John Wall showing Whitey Bulger stories on his show, Americans Most Wanted. Oh my God. That was another one that I deep dived into about Whitey Bulger. When I saw Black Mass, I started watching a lot of Whitey Bulger. He was horrific. Like the way he died. I don't know if people are aware about that. Like we're kind of completely seriously going off topic, but real quick, the way Whitey Bulger died, he got arrested. You know, it's so funny because in the court, oh, you fucker, fucker, fucker. It's all they, you cocksucker, you fucker. It's all they say. So he kept saying it back and forth in the courtroom. So he got sentenced. He was in jail. Somebody in the jail got a sock and put a lock in it or two and beat the crap out of him with the sock till he died. Horrific death. And I was watching a documentary. It was on Reels, um, and these were friends of his. And he said he died. That was karma. There it was. That was karma for him to die that way, because he said actually that might have been way more tame than some of the ways he uh, killed people. Try to like put it in a way of YouTube. Yeah, he was pretty ruthless and didn't care. I mean, even in Black Mass, you can see that. And what I didn't know is that The Departed, which is an amazing movie, let me just say that it's really an amazing movie. The Departed. It's older. There's so many names in it. It's not even funny, but it's basically based off of Whitey Bulger, and it is a phenomenal, phenomenal documentary that they show, because his friends are just like, they're trying to explain. They're like, he wasn't even the worst there was. He didn't even do anything. He dictated people. He said, yeah, but you didn't want to be on the other side of his anger. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, the whole Whitey Bulger, that's a crazy story that even happened. I mean, I lived in Philly, you know, people's parents being in the mafia was not unheard of. It was kind of normal. There was a couple of people I knew, because they looked after us just as much as the police did. All my friends' cops were policemen or uh, mafia. Not my friends per se. Some of my sister's friends and stuff, but we always knew that we would be safe. It was always the same. I mean, I don't think they were the type of guys who went killing. I don't believe that. I believe that these were the type of guy who had, you know, businesses illegally run. That's what I believe. That's what I like to think. Oh, Lisa, I was wondering if you lived in PA. I live in PA. I saw your hat. Um, I was born, grew up, raised in Philadelphia. Um, after uh, being in high school, went to college in Pennsylvania. Uh, let's say the Chester County area. Okay. And I loved it out there so much that I moved out there. And I lived there for, and I'm including college in this, probably a good 12 years. And then after I moved closer to Philadelphia city, where I necessarily wouldn't be in the city. I needed to be closer to what they call Ballackinwood. Ballackinwood is a place where all the news stations, TV stations, some of them are broadcasted live. Um, oh yeah, you're the other side. I'm all the way over on the other side. But I'm in New Jersey now. I live in New Jersey. Um, for instance, this thankfully this hospital is in New Jersey. Most of the hospitals that I've been going to lately are in Philadelphia, but this is the one I'm in now. But I'm sad. I'm really sad that I can't, go live today and have the trial live. I did put out Nerdette Newstand. She has a phenomenal live for her channel. Because I've been watching it with you guys every day, I'm not used to going into other people's chats and trying to see what they're doing. They're watching. Hold on. Hey, everybody. I hate to cut this short again, but my doctor just showed up and I'm going to be here for a bit. So I will see you guys hopefully over at Nerdette Newsstand and we'll watch the trial there. See you soon.